That's symbolic. How are you guys? I'm gonna do a quick check-in with you. Leaf blowers, they drive me freaking crazy. I'm literally watching these people just move dirt around a huge asphalt area, but everyone's gotta make a living. Peace and love. Breathe deeply. That is symbolic of all the distractions in the world to me. Because whenever I hear leaf blowers, my entire nervous system just goes, why do they exist? By the way, the hair is like full of static electricity. It's just, maybe this is my nervous system. Espresso. Cheers. So, Ascension symptoms and dreams. Two things I really want to address here. Why? Because the dream I had recently, 2 days ago, was so incredibly significant for my life. And Ascension symptoms, I've had a headache since yesterday. And I was really staying hydrated, and I thought, what is going on, man? Like, I would sit down and my head would start throbbing. Usually it's like if you stand up too fast, sometimes you get a throbbing or whatever. Or, you lean forward. And I thought, what the hell is this? And then I'd lay down and then I would just get this like in the head. And I'm like, wow, that's really awkward. So I slept a little more and it subsided quite a bit. But how many of you are having headaches for seemingly no reason? You guys, I have in astrology, I have a stellium in Virgo. And I'm going to just do everything I can to not touch my hair. If you're Virgo or you have strong Virgo placements, you know exactly what I'm talking about. All right, we're learning, we're evolving. So Ascension symptoms are happening, and it occurred to me, obviously because consciousness is rising on the planet. And this, again, you don't even have to believe in God, Jesus, anything. Collective consciousness, Christ consciousness. I see you, lower vibrational energies, but I know you probably had keys. You got to feed them. I'm just talking about the leaf blower, not the person. The message of Jesus was, dudettes, like I've said this before, just walk with your heart leading the way. And that's what Christ consciousness is. And that's what the earth is doing. It's shifting. And it's wonderful. It's so wonderful. But damn, these Ascension symptoms, they suck. I've been having lower back pain, a headache on occasion, all kinds of weird things. What are yours? Tell us in the comments. But another thing that is happening, and I just realized this through my own experience. 2 nights ago, I had a dream. I'm not going to say who this famous musician was who has since crossed over many years ago. But I've had several dreams about this rock star. And I don't know why. It's in the last 2 years. So this makes dream number 4. And in each of the other dreams, he was lovely. He was a lovely soul while he was here, and he was definitely a starseed. We've had many on the planet and have transitioned ever since. All the dreams I've had previously were just absolutely lovely, and it wasn't me wishful thinking or anything. Like, sometimes they would just come out of nowhere. But I journal my dreams and I took notes. And in one of those dreams, I actually had his baby, and I was like, what? Like, we just ended up on the floor, and it was so effortless. And he was just smiling at me the whole time, guiding me through. Well, at the time, I was going through a transition and a healing from having my heart broken. So symbolically, babies represent new beginnings. And they're beautiful new beginnings, right? It's fresh, clean slate. Duly noted. Rock star. So, but the one I had 2 days ago, I'm so proud of myself, and I want you guys to really pay attention to this, because this is also a thing that's happening as the consciousness rises on the planet. It doesn't matter what realm it is. Lower vibrational energies are scurrying. They're freaking the fuck out because this is the last thing they want humans to do is, fully see and be aware of what's happening and raise the vibration of the planet. In this dream, I was basically tempted by something and by this person. And I just looked at them, and I didn't say it in my dream, but I felt in my sleep, that's not you. And so I called it out in my sleep. And I woke up and I had to process that for a minute. And then I said, I am so proud of you, Melody. Holy shit! You're closer and closer and closer. And you'll never maybe fully graduate, but you can get gold stars along the way. Like, we're always going to be evolving. I hate to break it to you, but I think a lot of us, we already know this. Okay, I just touched my hair. Okay, take one of my gold stars, but just half. So I woke up from that dream, but I was in fetal position crying. Like, when you're dreaming and you're running and you wake up, you see your legs moving or whatever. Well, in my dream, I was so sad because this person was not themselves and they were not being nice to me. And I just kept thinking, this is not you. And I woke up, my mouth was closed, but I was like, and I just couldn't breathe. And then I realized, and my face was just covered in tears. And I thought, holy shit. But I processed the dream a little more and said, oh my God. And there's a story about this particular musician where his heart was broken and he was crying on the floor. And I felt like I was feeling that for him, through him, whatever. It's not wishful thinking, you guys. I wasn't thinking about this at all. It just sometimes comes. But lower vibrational energies know, he, she, they like these things, that person, whatever. So cue it in that form and mess them up. And I called it out in my dream in a semi-conscious state. The Aborigines, I do believe the Aborigines say that your dreams are actually your real life and your reality is the dream. All I know is when I dream, sometimes it does feel extremely real. I dream in vivid color and I feel the feels. How about you? So, as consciousness rises, it's going to hit us every which way. And we've got to stay as sharp as we can with our discernment. Keep meditating, keep grounding. It really is amazing. I will dedicate now, whenever I go on my walks, I've got, no matter how cold it might be or whatever, sit on the ground, barefoot or with, you can still keep your socks on if it's cold, 20 minutes. Face the sun, slow, deep breaths. Visualize your life. I say this all the time jokingly, but I'm not joking. I cannot wait for the day that we all get to ride around naked on our own unicorns, planting gardens, laughing, singing, just all loving each other with no judgment. It's like Avatar, in a way. So we'll get there. I don't know about the unicorn thing, but I'm going to get one. I'm pretty damn sure. We'll get there, but we've got to keep working on ourselves. And anyway, as I was getting my espresso too, I love this place because when it was yucky cold weather, I didn't want to get out of my car. So I found this drive-through and I was like, awesome. And it's local coffee. And I just had a conversation with these two younger baristas. Oh my God, they're so cool. They have piercings all over their faces. One of them had like a piercing in her teeth. I don't know how the hell that happens, but that was amazing. And so the one guy goes, so what are your plans for today? And I was like, oh, little by little, I'm going to do this. But first I got to get rid of this headache. And sometimes the espresso helps. And he's like, right on. And I I said, I'm going to blame it on Ascension symptoms. And they both leaned forward. They're like, what do you mean? And I said, you got to be joking. Oh, wow. I love teaching moments, but I thought you guys would know. And she's like, well, here we go with the hair. She's like, I remembered learning about some weird story a long time ago, but it was like cultish and, whatever. I said, no. This is just human vessels on the planet experiencing the earth shifting and the things that happen to our bodies in the interim. And they were like, right on. I said, okay, so that's what I meant. And I said, when I was little, I used to wonder, I was in elementary school, if I gave a Coca-Cola to someone from the 1800s, what would happen to their body? Would they explode? That's always been my brain. I said, that's what, I was telling them that example. I said, that's what Ascension symptoms are. It's like the consciousness of the planet is rising a little more rapidly now. But can you imagine if it happened all at once? I think we'd all spontaneously freaking combust. And they were like, yeah, totally. So just take your time through this. Obviously, if it's an extra weird feeling, go and see your medical experts. I prefer holistic, naturopathic, but there is a need for trauma care as well. I'm grateful that they're all out there. Don't ignore it. Stay hydrated, do your grounding, stay high vibe, and that's all I got. I am wishing you all so much peace and love. Have a beautiful day.